7 steps to attracting more sleep apnea patients. A top-down, all-inclusive, step-by-step implementation plan from your friends at New Patients Incorporated. This material is copyrighted 2019, New Patients Incorporated, all rights reserved. Unauthorized reproduction is a violation of applicable laws. Table of Contents. Page 1, Opening Thoughts and Prerequisites. Page 4, Your Own Patient Base, Internal Promotion. Page 6, External Offline Promotions. Page 8, External Online Promotions. Page 12, Social Media Promotions. Page 13, What to Expect. Opening and Prerequisites. Sleep disorders are on the rise. As more of the population becomes aware of this problem and its consequences, sufferers are increasingly seeking help from sleep physicians and even their dentists. But what does a dentist have to offer in this arena? As it turns out, quite a lot. First, look at the scope of the problem as described below. This should tell you that there's a huge opportunity for you. This comes from sleep disorders and sleep deprivation, an unmet public health problem. This is from the Institute of Medicine, U.S., Committee on Sleep Medicine and Research. Quote, "It is estimated that 50 to 70 million Americans chronically suffer from a disorder of sleep and wakefulness, hindering daily functioning and adversely affecting health and longevity. There are around 90 distinct sleep disorders. Most are marked by one of these symptoms: excessive daytime sleepiness, difficulty initiating or maintaining sleep, and abnormal events occurring during sleep. The cumulative long-term effects of sleep loss and sleep disorders have been associated with a wide range of deleterious health consequences, including an increased risk of hypertension, diabetes, obesity, depression, heart attack, and stroke. After decades of research, the case can confidently be made that sleep loss and sleep disorders have a profound and widespread effect on human health. An opportunity is created. Not every dentist wants to dive into sleep apnea treatment. It does require some additional training, just like any other treatment you would like to introduce into your practice. But with some quality continuing education, you can master sleep disorder treatment, just like you have for implants, TMD treatment, or anything else you didn't learn in dental school. For those who want to take advantage of this growing, even burgeoning, market, the training is readily available. There are dentists who have already blazed the trail and have become quite successful at bringing relief to thousands of patients who suffer sleep disorders. Note: we recommend courses taught by Kent Smith, DDS. In our opinion, he and his team offer a very solid education in how to treat sleep apnea patients. You will also learn the real-world ins and outs concerning getting paid by the patient's medical, not dental, insurance, why it's mandatory that you have a relationship with a sleep physician, and a wealth of other helpful advice by someone who has been a pioneer in this field. You can contact Dr. Smith at 844-409-4651 or at info@sleepdallas.com. So, you want to do more sleep apnea treatment. We are going to assume that you have already taken the courses necessary to deliver sleep treatment in your practice. Your next step is, how do you promote it and get these types of patients into your practice? Prerequisites to spending ad dollars externally. Let's make sure you have as much going for you as possible before you add too much risk to your external marketing budget. Here is a list of what we consider the strongest prereqs we would want to see in place before using a substantial portion of your marketing budget on promoting just the niche sleep disorder treatment. First off, you have to have a good to great website. Make sure you have an individual page devoted to only the benefits of sleep or snoring treatment. Make sure access to that page is available within one click from the homepage. Next, you have to have good to great Google reviews. You don't have to be number 1, but you can't be missing or be number 27 in Google Places. Next, good to great placement within Google Local. Dental consumer eyes do exactly what your eyes do when they search for things. They search, see the result page, scan the location balloons on the map, and then focus on the Google review number and score. If you aren't there, you will miss out on sleep apnea patients. Online scheduling. Yes, this is a prerequisite. Some of you will have acquisition costs well over $400. How many of those would you like to waste because they couldn't make their initial sleep appliance consult on a Friday night at 7 p.m. while they were sipping a glass of wine? Besides, as you will learn later in this document, if you do any type of online promotion, you'll want online scheduling on your social media and all of your PPC landing pages. Next, you need a prepared staff, willing and able to answer the phone. People who understand you are spending money for these phone calls. People who arrange it so your phone is covered 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, when the consumer expects you to be available. Yes, even during lunch hours. Next, you need a prepared dentist. Are you okay having a patient schedule a quick 20-minute complimentary consultation? This, by the way, is not a full exam. If you aren't, you just increased your conversion costs. This appointment option should be made available by your team and within your online scheduling portal. Heck, put one in there for your existing patients too. You don't mind seeing an existing patient for 20 minutes to discuss if they are a candidate for snoring or apnea treatment, do you? Of course not. You think you are ready? If not, and you need to address any of their prereqs above, you can handle them yourself or get in touch with us. We handle all those tasks for our clients. Ready, set, go tell your own patients. We have seen more than our fair share of dentists who took all the courses and now feel they are ready to start snoring or sleep apnea treatment. Most of them feel pretty good, mostly confident. They tell us all the time, I want to pick my own cases. Then they go vaporize thousands of dollars in paid advertising without consulting us first. And believe it or not, most of the best cases are right under their noses. Your own patient base is absolutely step number 1. Here is a list of internal marketing tasks to complete before you start spending money outside of your own 4 walls. First off, single topic email. Almost all of you use some kind of patient communication software that emails and texts your existing patients. This first step is simple. Send everyone an email. Communicate the benefits of apnea treatment utilizing a mandibular advancement device, their use as a possible alternative to a CPAP, a solution for not only the patient but his or her bed partner, and so on. Include how they can schedule a complimentary 20-minute consult with a doctor or discuss it the next time they are in the office. Talk about hand-picking your first few cases. Nothing could be easier. Almost forgot in the email, mention to your patients they can book their sleep apnea consult right now online through your convenient online scheduling portal. Next, you need a reception room loop. Flat TV on the wall, no sound, just a continual loop of did you know topics. For example, did you know there may be an alternative to your cumbersome CPAP? Did you know you don't have to sleep in separate rooms? With another 6 to 8 services, amenities, and conveniences your practice offers. Next, literally every recall patient who either snores or has a snoring bed partner or who is tired all day due to lack of sleep is a candidate. These will take a bit of training with the assistants and hygienists, but the intro is simple and the handoff to the doctor is just as easy. Next, social media Did You Know? Did you know should start most of your dental topic related social media posts. Everyone wants to know what they don't know. Obviously, if it is a public relations related post or social post, then no, don't start it with Did You Know? But if you have almost any following at all on social media, a Did You Know about apnea treatment, one that looks eerily similar to the email you just sent your patients, would work just fine. You can even use the same pictures and copy multiple times. 3 times a year is about the max. Next, start getting reviews from your first sleep patients. Even if it was the simplest, easiest, everything fell into place and worked perfectly, get that patient to share their experience getting, likely, their first MAD device. Print a sign from your laser printer that says, "I don't snore anymore." Have the patient hold the sign, take their picture, and have them sign a release. Great reviews for your website and social media pay big dividends convincing others that it's okay to get their apnea treated at their dentist's office. External offline promotions. Why aren't we starting with external online promotions? Well, because it could take longer to gain and build consistent new patient momentum at a reasonable cost. You are very likely going to gain and build momentum faster with properly done mail at a lower cost than any other media choice. Yes, even internet marketing. Here is the key deciding factor. Are you going to promote other aspects of your practice along with sleep apnea? If the answer is yes, start with external offline first. Note, we didn't say use offline in place of digital marketing. We simply said use it first. Eventually, we promise you, you will want to be doing both rather consistently. Don't worry, we will cover online dental marketing extensively later in this guide. Nobody has more data on promoting sleep solutions online than we do. At this point, your prerequisites are good. You've done your first few cases, easy to moderately easy cases on your own patients. Now you are feeling better, more confident, and ready to take on the world. Now is the time to reach out to people who aren't your patients. Time to introduce the benefits of snoring apnea treatment, which could very well be brand new information to the recipient. The majority of people don't understand that there are alternatives to a CPAP, or even that they might have a problem, or especially that ignoring their condition can actually kill them. Getting to these patients before other dental advertising gets to them, or before they are diagnosed and shopping online, is a key advantage for you. These people won't be shopping. They'll be looking for solutions. Who and where? Who should you target with your mail? Well, homeowners age 40 and above, the top 30 to 40% in the following categories: geography, closest to your practice, highest incomes, highest credit scores, highest marketability index. Where are all of these households? Well, they are all around you. You are just going to be smart about it. There is no need to waste mailers on people who do not fit the perfect apnea patient profile. The targeting above is as refined and as close as you're going to get. Proper targeting saves you boatloads of cash, which you will put to good use later. What should your mailers say? In short, all of the prerequisites plus everything your dental practice has or does for people over 40 years old. Sleep apnea treatment isn't the only treatment you provide for people over 40 years old, but you want sleep apnea to have a prominent place within your mailer design. This greatly reduces the risk to your marketing dollar while still achieving what you want, getting more sleep apnea patients. Here's the list, what you need in your mailer. Prerequisites: name, logo, phone, URL, map, doctor picture, and bio. Services: all the benefits of apnea treatment, snoring cessation, happier spouse, better night's sleep, more recuperative sleep, alternative to CPAP. Also, whatever else you can do for people over 40, like implants, dentures, and sedation. Next, conveniences: schedule online now, convenient hours, flexible payment plans, maybe a plan for the uninsured, Wi-Fi in your office, your choice of music and TV channels, and on and on. Next, describe your technologies. Don't get too crazy with this one. Nobody cares or even knows what a CBCT is. How about immediate load implants, same-day dentistry, cosmetic imaging? Hey, we'll show you what you will look like. Simple stuff like that. No financial offers. If you want an enticement, use the free 20-minute sleep consult. Call or book online now. What else should you know about your mailer? You have to use a tracking telephone number. You need to purchase 10,000 properly qualified targets. You need to print 30,000 mailers of them at once. Mail 5,000 at a time. Mail a different batch every 8 weeks. Don't mail in July or December unless you are in Florida. We do all this for clients who are looking for their first sleep cases from people who are not already their patients. It works. At first, it will be a trickle of new cases. Over the course of the first year, the trickle will turn into a flow. You will experience an 80 to 20% prints to frog ratio. The majority of the calls from these will turn into really good new patients. Remember the prints to frog ratio. We will revisit it during our discussion of online apnea promotions. External online promotions. Let's see. If you are here on your journey, you must have already taken care of your prereqs, have already implemented everything reasonable with your own patient base, and already have a successful offline targeted promotion being actively deployed. And you still need more sleep apnea patients? That's great. Our live result data, that's what we based almost all of our recommendations on, tells us to move some of your marketing dollars into Google AdWords. Notice we said some dollars. In order to be at this step, you have to have a budget robust enough for everything before this step and to fund this step. As an example, let's say you have a practice grossing $1 million per year. You want a 5% budget, and you want to focus that budget on apnea treatment and people over 40. We would likely divide your budget something like this. This is a $50,000 a year marketing budget. 5% to internal promotion, 5% software and maintenance, 45% external offline, 45% external online. We provide Google and Facebook campaign management for clients. For some clients, we do both. But if the question is, where should I start? Our answer is Google. In the budget scenario above, about $2,000 a month will be going toward paid traffic via Google Ads. And in most U.S. markets, the number of dentists bidding on alternative to CPAP keywords is pretty light. So your $2,000 a month budget will likely spill over into other dental niche subjects like emergencies, implants, dentures, cosmetics, etc. Once you get to this point of the journey and are risking $2,000 a month, we are going to recommend you delegate the management of your campaign to a professional with a long-term, solid industry reputation. While some dentists can get away with managing small budgets reasonably effectively on their own, the risk of being a do-it-yourselfer in this medium is just too high. The cost of having the campaign professionally managed is much lower than the risk of needlessly burning through too many ad dollars. Some tips if you ignore our advice about hiring a pro to manage your Google ad campaign for sleep apnea treatment. Number 1, always do a competitive review of how many other dentists and sleep MDs or sleep centers are doing sleep ads and what they are spending, what their ads say, and how price gimmicky their ads are. Don't worry too much about sleep MDs and sleep center Google ads. You likely won't be bidding on exactly the same keywords and phrases. What you want to keep your eye out for are other dentists bidding on keywords and phrases for the sleep apnea component of their practices. The more dentists bidding, the higher the cost. The more dentists offering price discounts on sleep apnea treatment, the lower your click-through rate will be if your ad has no price incentive offers. About 80% of the U.S. markets warrant investment in Google ads by dentists offering sleep apnea services. So analyze and make sure you are not in the 20% before you spend even $1 on ads. Number 2, assuming your market qualifies, use at least 4 different variations of every ad. A/B testing is for amateurs. If you aren't doing rotating A, B, C, D testing, get a professional. Number 3, use at least 4 different variations of every landing page. Again, it's the same thing. A/B testing takes time. A, B, C, D testing takes less time. You will want to optimize in less time because it means less waste. Number 4, absolutely put your online scheduling widget on every landing page. It will improve conversion. Number 5, load as many negative keywords as possible. For instance, all of the dental practices around you can, and most should, be a negative keyword. You would be amazed at how many dental consumers use their phone to find their dentist's phone number, then just click the first ad that pops up. If that's your ad, hey, you just spent $8 or more or less, just making a point. Number 6, you absolutely must have call tracking numbers on all ads and pages. Number 7, you must listen to the calls, determine if where they came from was the source of a good patient or a bad call or patient. If good, keep the budget for that source and keyword phrase. If bad, turn it off. If you do these things, over time your ad spend will begin to optimize. At the beginning, your prince to frog ratio, told you we were going to bring it back, will be 20 to 80. With Google ads, it will optimize to about 50-50. If you get your account to 50-50 prince to frog ratio, don't sweat any more improvement. More improvement will be minuscule. Here's why. This ties back to why we start offline promotion first. There's a place and time for online, offline, and there definitely is a place for doing both simultaneously. So don't take the following like we are for or against either online or offline. They are tools to us. Those tools create results. Those results create data points, which we track through to revenues for the dental practices we serve. Google ads capture people when they are actively engaged in searching for something they need or want right now. For many sleep patients, they have been diagnosed already. Usually the recommended treatment is a CPAP, and they are looking for an alternative, and are now using Google to shop for that alternative. This is where your 50-50 prince to frog ratio comes from. Targeted offline promotion, like the adult mailer we suggested, have no financial offers in them. They are introducing new information into the mind of the recipient. The recipient may not know that snoring help even exists. They themselves may not believe they are a candidate, but their husband might be, their mom might be, their dad might be. This is where your 80 to 20 prince frog ratio comes from. These people are not shopping. Deploying and optimizing both, combining the two properly, will pretty much secure your practice as the go-to sleep or CPAP alternative practice within whatever radius you can afford to promote. Social media promotions. This really depends on how much engagement you have on your various social media pages. You can pay for traffic by running ads on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Instant Messenger, but the data tells us that none of them are anywhere near as consistent as Google. And remember, if you are doing Google ads, you can remarket those responders on Facebook, Instagram, Instant Messenger, or anywhere on the Google Display Network. But still, for apnea specifically, the data does not support spending a large portion of your online budget here, not for paid traffic. For social traffic, engaged traffic, with solid numbers, that's something altogether different. We consider this type of promotion to be an extension of internal promotion. Social media just gives you new channels to connect with your patients and, you hope, their friends. The 70-30 rule applies to social media. About 30% of the content on your social media channels should be dental-related content. So if you want to promote sleep this year, about 30% of the time, your social media content can be about apnea treatment. The other 70% of the time, your content should be social in nature. A patient holding up a sign. Maybe the sign says, "I don't snore anymore," or a coffee cup that says, "My dentist is hot," something like that. Or maybe a link to a community event, or pictures from a mission trip you went on. You get the idea. Social media is the place to quickly, efficiently, and inexpensively send marketing messages to an engaged audience. So don't ignore it. For paid ads, we would leave social media platforms as the third step after targeted offline and Google online. What should you expect? Let's assume an average dental market, average dentist, average everything. If you do everything in this guide in order and you don't cheat or skip steps, here is how it should all unfold. First, you will likely balk at the importance of the prerequisites. Don't. You will likely believe your team knows everything about answering questions about sleep apnea. We are here to tell you they don't. They will need some guidance. You don't have to spend $30,000 training them. Have a meeting. Use common sense. When you take your CE course, bring the staff with you. You won't want to listen to the calls. For some dentists, this is their kryptonite. Do it anyway. You will be blown away by how many new patient phone calls you get that go unanswered. Fix that problem right now. Your internal promotions will begin to generate some new sleep cases. You get to be choosy. Your confidence will build. Once you get through your existing patients, you will feel confident, ready to take on the world. You will be impatient with the results of your marketing endeavors. Don't be. We are telling you it takes time to build momentum. It is not an unknown. You will know what to expect. Once new patients start taking advantage of your 20-minute look-see appointment, you are going to be pleased to realize these patients need a lot more dentistry than just sleep treatment. Holy cow. Once you receive your first online scheduling appointment notification on your phone while you're watching the game on a Saturday night, chugging beers with your buddies, you will smile. You should expect that every viable advertising medium, radio, TV, Google ads, Facebook ads, all forms of mail, anything in the print media, everything, requires an investment. Money is the most obvious. Time and impatience is where dentists get nervous too quickly and sabotage their own results. In the end, if you do it all wonderfully well, alas, you will be the king or queen of the local dental sleep market. Half the dentists at your local study club will want to be you. The other half will talk rudely about you. If you want to discuss dental marketing topics with professionals and dentists alike, we invite you to join us on our Dental Marketing Mastery Facebook group. If there is ever anything we can help you with, you can find us on our website or by telephone at 866-336-8237. We sincerely hope this guide helps you connect with more patients who can benefit from the services you provide. The end.